Okay, this is going to be a review of the WWE Saturday Night's main event from Salt Lake City, the November 1st. This is the first one exclusively airing on Peacock. All right, so we start off the show with Cody taking on Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed Championship. So Cody goes on first here. I gotta say, a little bit, just a tiny bit better than the WrestlePalooza match. I wasn't really overly impressed with this. Cody did a lot of selling here. There's a lot of selling here. There's, referee getting in the way. There's some ref bumps. I really thought the Drew shoulder block into Cody, and Cody goes through the table. That was a pretty impressive, table bump from Cody. So definitely, I think it was pretty good for the most part. The combination is a little bit disappointing. I think if you take Cody and put him up against Drew, I don't know if Drew's lost a step or whatever. My gut feeling tells me Cody's just not healthy. Because I definitely think this is this could have been like a winning, combination. I definitely think Cody and Drew have the ability to put on a 5-star match, a match of the year. But for the second pay-per-view in a row, the magic just wasn't there for the most part. Just wasn't really crazy about it. It was more of a storytelling match. I like the teasing of the tug of war. They tease like a tug of war over the championship, and Cody's able to beat him to the punch and hit him with the DDT. There was a little bit of booze after that. I think looking at the way Cody has his hair and everything, and he kind of reminded me a little bit of like Stardust here. I think Cody had some good moments, but there was other moments too where I just felt either he was just kind of overselling or the explosiveness just wasn't there. I think it was an okay match. I think it was pretty good. I would say like 3.25 at the highest. So yeah, not much better than the WrestlePalooza match, but a little bit underwhelming that they opened up the show, but it was probably the right call. I would have preferred this to go like right before Punk and Uso. Because I just felt like the next two matches kind of suffered because of it. Next up, we had Jade actually defeating Tiffany Stratton in a squash match. This is like an extended squash with Jade just working over Tiffany's knees, just going for the kill. It's almost like she was doing reps with the powerbomb. Obviously this, Jade is a phenomenon in the gym. I mean, she looks like a goddess out there. So she looks like she does a lot of reps, whatever it is. And that's just how it came off to me. She was doing repetitions with power bombs here, and it was like a walk in the park to her. And then once she hit the Jaded, it's like, man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so Tiffany comes up short against, Stephanie Valkyr at the previous Crown Jewel. And she gets, squashed by Jade here. So Jade gets her revenge from SummerSlam. But very happy for Jade. She wants to become a household name. And Michael Cole says that this is valid. I don't know if she's a household name quite yet. But, Michael Cole said because you're the WWE Women's Champion, that automatically makes you a household name. So go around your house today. If you have Sunday dinner or have some type of, birthday celebration today, it's actually my brother's birthday, so happy birthday to him. But if you have people at your house today, ask them if they know who Jade Cargill is, because according to Michael Cole, everybody should know who she is right now. Okay, next up we have Dominik Mysterio taking on Rusev, taking on Penta. This is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. I got to be honest with you guys, man. I really haven't been crazy about the Penta stuff. This just feels like the WWE. This whole run that he's had on Raw, it just feels like the WWE is kind of using him in a way where they could just kind of use him. But the matches just don't feel like that, special. They don't feel that important, so that's just how it's, come off to me the whole year. But, it is cool. I mean, the quality is great on Netflix to see him wrestle. I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't feel like, there's a huge effort, to elevate him, once again, right here, it feels like they're using 2 AEW guys just to elevate, Dominik Mysterio. That's just how it kind of came off to me here. But yeah, I thought Rusev definitely had a great showing. They went for more of a storytelling angle here with, Dominik actually ringing the bell as Rusev had the, camel clutch locked in and, I think it was Rusev. He actually uses the bell hammer, to eliminate Penta. And then, Dom actually steals the victory with the frog splash. So, that's pretty much how it ended. So once again, it's another Dominik Mysterio, it's stealing the Eddie Guerrero gimmick and, being victorious. So there you go with that. And then they had the John Cena stuff. John Cena actually, did an interview and he said that, the thing about the Cena stuff, like I wasn't clear. It was a little bit confusing. I think the WWE could have done a better job because I didn't even understand, what they were going for here. It clearly seemed like they were going to do a battle royal, but then by the way it ended, it seemed like it was going to be a tournament. But whatever the case may be, the winner of this tournament is going to get a shot at Cena at Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington, D.C., which is the first crowd that really turned on Cena. So it's kind of a full circle moment for Cena. According to some people I know, Gunther is going to get the title shot. I heard rumors that it might be Edge, coming back, but just by the way he exited AEW, I think that will make sense. But I think Gunther would definitely be the way to go. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of TNA and NXT people in the tournament as well. But yeah, definitely looking forward to Cena's last match. I think not having Cena on the show. You could definitely feel his presence missed. No matter how you feel about John Cena, that's how I kind of feel about it. But now on to the main event, we have CM Punk taking on Jey Uso for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship. No Seth Rollins. You had no Braun Breaker. You had no Paul Heyman interfering even after the match is over. So Punk gets to enjoy his moment here and win the championship. I got to say, I thought it was a pretty good match. I think, what you could like about it is I thought it was unpredictable. I thought they worked extremely hard. I think they gave you a nice little adventure here with the kickouts and the booking and everything. I think it was laid out really nicely. The most negative thing I could say about it is I thought it was a little bit soft. I just think execution-wise, it wasn't like the best combination in the world. So, I'm a little bit of mixed feelings on the actual match. I don't think it was like that much better than Punk versus Hangman from Double or Nothing, or even, I can't even say that it was better than Punk versus Moxley the last time Punk had won the championship. But Punk is a seven-time world champion. At this point, I guess they're counting the ECW title and the AEW title. They should count the Ring of Honor World title as well, but I'm not sure if they are. But congratulations to Punk. Look, I'm a huge Punk fan. Everybody knows I love Ring of Honor, and if you put a gun to my head and ask me like who's the guy that really made Ring of Honor what it was, or saved the company, or did the most, to really get the company off the ground. I'd have to say it's CM Punk, and the other guy is right there with him, who's challenging for the AEW belt at Full Gear. So it'd be cool to see Joe and Punk as world champions 20 years after the trilogy. That would be really cool. But yeah, I thought the match was good. Like I thought it was a little bit soft at some certain points. I just felt like it was a. It's kind of an older combination. It's not the most athletic and explosive combination. I even thought like the barricade spot came off a little bit soft, but other than that. It was creative though. I thought there was some creative sequencing with the go to sleep and, even some of the submission stuff with the Anaconda Vice into the choke. I thought all of that stuff was great. Punk used the spear. Jey Uso used to go to sleep. You even had the Gunther spot with the multiple go to sleeps with, Jey just kind of falling back on the Punk. So, I thought a lot of it was pretty cool. So a good moment for Punk. He actually dedicates it to his MMA trainer, Duke. Duke is actually the name of Apollo's trainer as well. So that was kind of going through my mind. I'm going to get a chance to see Rocky IV in the theaters this week with my whole family, which should be really, really cool because it's celebrating my brother's birthday. So, yeah, happy birthday to my brother. Congratulations to the Dodgers, man. I wanted to do a World Series, review of Game 7, but man, that game went so late. Extra innings again, but a classic World Series. I was really rooting for the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays were a hell of a team, though. A hell of a team that they knocked off the Yankees and almost knocked off the Dodgers. Man, that was an awesome, awesome World Series. I know some people don't give a fuck about baseball, but it definitely deserves a lot of attention on this football Sunday. But congratulations to CM Punk, though, man. I know, a lot of the haters are gonna, shit on this match it wasn't the greatest Punk match, but I am happy for him, and it was cool to see Seth Rollins not ruin the moment this time. So I'll just end it right there. Hope everybody enjoys their Sunday, and I'm out. All right.